Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yesterday we were having a very interesting conversation on TikTok, and I did not record it on my YouTube. I did not record it on Facebook, and I want to bring that conversation up back today. And I think so many of you have been asking questions about this immigration issue, about the 1,800 Sierra Leonean. The word is the right word is 1,800 Sierra Leone passport holders. We have to get it right. It is 1,800 Sierra Leone passport holders. That means when these people came into the great United States, they came in with Sierra Leonean passports. They came in to the great United States with Sierra Leonean passports. So I know there is so much anxiety in town with all this immigration thing that is going on. But I'm here to explain to you guys from my own understanding and what I have learned and what I have studied. I am not saying what I'm telling you here is right, but from what I have made to understand, from what I have investigated, and from what I have read, and being in certain groups and listen and paid attention, I am giving my opinion. I am she and she is me. Let me get that clear. Now, from my own understanding, there are 1,800 Sierra Leonean passport holders who are being high-marked to be deported. For those of you who've been in my platform for a while, whenever I'm talking about immigration or status in America here, I normally talk about domestic violence, sexual abuse, and DUI. Now, for those, one thing I like about us Africans, we love to lie. We do not speak out the truth. There are certain people who are going to be deported not because they did anything, but the bunch of those who are going to be deported have history. I've been in America here for 23 years. So there are certain things that I have learned and I have grown to see certain changes, because every day in our lives, there are changes that take place. In those days, when I just came to America here, if there's an issue, maybe there's a shooting or something, they are not only dealing with the person who has the shooting, they will deal with your entire family. They will go to your auntie, your grandmama's house. They will harass you and all sorts of things. But from 20 years ago now, they have evolved. It doesn't happen that way. Maybe they will just question your immediate family. So things have evolved. We have to get that right. So, with this immigration issue, if some of you who with me here, we could remember some 2 years ago, there were two Jamaicans who were deported to Sierra Leone. They're not Sierra Leoneans. They were not born in Sierra Leone. They've never been to Sierra Leone. But when they committed crime in America here, they were deported to Sierra Leone. The reason why they were deported to Sierra Leone because they carried Sierra Leonean passport to come to America here. In as much as it is a reality, but I want to keep you Sierra Leoneans, your minds at ease. I want to keep you Sierra Leoneans, your mind at ease. By that I mean, I want you to realize that there were people who had our passports, our Sierra Leonean passports. They bought our Sierra Leonean passports. They traveled with our Sierra Leonean passports. So again, I know how it feels, because when your family depends on you, when you've sold all what you have to come and look for greener pastures, and you do not know your status, it is daunting on you. But please be calm. It might not be as worse as you might think. And I want you to realize there are so many people who carried our passports that are not Sierra Leoneans. My fear for Sierra Leoneans now is these drugs that we have been labeled as the hope for Africa. We will be treated worse than Nigerians because we are small. And again, we are of the smarter breed because Sierra Leone is the Athens of West Africa. I do not care how much they try to bring it down. Most of the educated people around the globe had their first experience about education in the Great Frabe College that is now Dominion Ye. If you go to most of these universities in America here, you are definitely going to find a professor that will tell you, I studied in Frabe College, or I taught in Frabe College, or I know something about Frabe College. Because first of all, Frabe College is one of the oldest universities in West Africa. So it still has a significant purpose in West Africa education. It is just now that somebody cannot go to college and then they say they get a master's degree, which is just appalling, because they've taken our education now as if it's just a floor rag. But in those days, there is not a single university around the world that will not tell you, I have connection to Frabe College, or I have been to Frabe College, or I have taught in Frabe College, or I have an affiliation in Frabe College. Because it was the Athens of West Africa. Not only West Africa, it was the Athens of the world, because we were exemplary. We were superb in everything we do. It's not like now. So like I said, so I want you guys not to be too agile. Yes, there are certain people who will be deported, and it comes back to some of you who think by then you know. Like I said, so many women and men will become a victim of what is happening now. So many women and men will become a victim of what is happening now, because so many women and men are so ungrateful. They're so ungrateful. Some of you never had patience to get what you wanted. And now the situation is hitting on your doors. But again, for those of you who are in the great United States, first, let me go to this topic. It might seem, because that was one of the questions that I was asked yesterday at YouTube, TikTok. We were talking about how to get your documents right. If you are born in the great United States, if you are born here, you are a citizen of the great United States. If you are born here, you are a citizen of the great United States. If your family, your mom or your daddy brings you into America, I want you to pay attention here. If your mama or your daddy brings you into America with their green card, you are not a citizen of the great United States. If your mommy and your daddy, or your daddy, or whosoever brings you in, because again, you can file for your adopted kids, you can file for your this and that, and they come to the great United States and below the age of 17, and you happen to be a citizen before he or she turns 18, you can file for that person as your dependent. Pay attention here now. If you bring somebody, a child, into the great United States with a green card, that child is not a citizen. If you bring a child into the United States up to 18 years, I mean, like you bring the child, and then you have stayed for 5 years. You file for your citizenship. When you have your citizenship, you can file for your children, because if they are below 18, you can file for them because they are still your dependents. They can get their citizenship under you. Now, if they are above 18, they are adults. Even though they might be in your house, they are adults. It is their responsibility to go and apply for their citizenship. Because that is where so many of you are getting it wrong. You bought a child here in which the child was young. When you change your status from a green card holder to a citizen, if your child was below 17 or your child is below 17, you can apply for the change of status for your child, because your child is still a minor and he or she is dependent on you. Now, when the child becomes 18, the child is an adult. Even though he or she might be living in your house, she is being considered as an adult according to American standard. It is her or his responsibility to go and change their status. Now, this is where things get a little bit complicated. In most cases, with the youths, they do all kind of stupidness. They forget to change their status. Maybe they're in school. Maybe they're in college, but fail not to realize they are still illegal. Yes, they're illegal because their parents who bought them did not change their status, or they are over 18. So it is their responsibility to change their own status. Yeah. As long as you're 18, you're an adult. And if you come in with a green card, you're still a green card holder. Till you change your status, you are still a green card holder. They have different forms that you can change your status. So I want people to get that clear. Now, you do not have a status. You married. You did not change your status. Even though you pay tax. Maybe you have a 10-year ID. You can drive, but your status has not been changed because you did not change your status. That's the same thing that happens to those who come with come to college. They pay a whole lot of money, and after they pay that money, some of them are fortunate, they get a good job, but they forget to change their status. And they have a form that you will fill and change your status. You should remember that. Now, like I normally tell you people, in Africa, there are certain things that we do not take as anything. But in the great United States here, simple things will mess you up for life. Sexual harassment. A simple word like that. But it is a very vague word and very complicated word that can get you arrested, thrown in jail, and have a record. By simply touching somebody, you're sexually harassing her. By simply telling her, oh, you have got a big butt, you're sexually harassing her. By saying, oh, you have a nice breast, that's sexually harassing her. You know, the law is complicated now. It depends on who you're talking to. Because I have seen somebody getting fired, sent to jail for hitting somebody's butt. Say, oh, you got a big butt. So we should want our kids when we come into this country. Sometimes, especially when you're from Africa, you might say something that they might not understand, or they might want to interpret it in a different way. Especially when we speak from Africa, you might want to say something, and the way in which it might be interpreted might come back to haunt you. Another thing, DUI. Please pray to God. Do not refrain from DUI. That will not get you your papers. DUI will not get you your papers. Domestic violence will not get you your papers. Sexual harassment will not get you your papers. Now, there's another thing that so many of us immigrants forget. In America here, everybody is prone to the law. You can be driving down the road without your ID. You can be arrested. You can be taken to court if you meet a bad police. You can be given a ticket. You go to court. Now, this is very shady, but this is something that you have to pay attention to. I do not care what kind of case you might have had, as long as you went through the court system. Make sure after the case, you go back to the court system and do something that they call expungement for first-time offenders. This is where so many of you have been making mistakes, and people have not been getting your documents. Because when you go to immigration to go and get your documents, they tell you you have something on your file. Because after you have finished, maybe you had a court case with somebody or any kind of case, after the case has been settled, you never went to expunge that criminal record from your file before you go and do your citizenship. Another thing, if you've been in the great United States for 3 years, before you get into your 4th year, go and apply for your citizenship, because the process is a long process. But if you have put in your application, you have paid your dues, you just need to relax and wait. But the earlier you do it, the better. If you wait till you're 5, it will not work till you're 7. So by the time you get in 3 to 4, go and put in your papers. By the time it reaches to them, you're already 5. That's another thing. Another thing, so many of you people, so many of us Sierra Leoneans, our spouses go to Africa, spend a whole lot of money to bring you to the great United States. Whole lot of money to bring you to the great United States. And when you come here, you abandon these women and these men. That's the time you start having families. You have aunties, you have cousins. You have all those wonderful people who never knew you when you were in Africa. They start confusing your mind. They start traumatizing you. You thinking that they love you. But no, they didn't love you. And these are the other category of people who are out there begging. Who are out there begging for their documents now. Because they thought America is it's a greener pastures. But you have to wait for your time. And everything is about time and season. But again, like I'm saying, there's something that's really, really bothering me right now when it comes to this immigration issue. I believe we all knew that for some years our passport has been sold to so many people, and we do not know who those people are. We do not know if those people are criminals. We do not know if these people are drug barons that are being looked for, like we have Jubogos in our Sierra Leone. So who are these people? That's what I am afraid of. That's what I am contemplating on, because our passport has been sold to so many people, to so many drug cartel, as we're seeing now. To so many, and for you to be a drug cartel, you're a killer. For you to be a drug cartel, you must have been very dubious. You must have been doing so many things that you ought not to be doing. For you to be labeled as a baron, that means you have passed through the valley of the shadow of death. And now my question is, who are those people that have our passports? That might have been in this great United States, that might have been committing atrocities, that are not Sierra Leoneans, but they have our passports. And now we are all going to suffer for the stupidity of a few who only want to enrich themselves. It is such a tragedy that I cannot see even the youths who call themselves youths, who are the future leaders of their beloved country. They could not stand up against all the atrocities, all the abnormal things that are happening to them. They could not even stand up for themselves. Instead, they are being cancer to themselves, eating themselves, fighting against themselves, whereas their lives are so miserable. But in case, for those of you, I love Donald Trump, but honestly, I love him. Honestly, I love him. Maybe some of you who do not know, he has got himself out of the World Health Organization. Everybody go do your own medication somewhere. I love him. And again, for those of you who do not know, he has cut off every grant, every aid to everybody across the world. And I'm happy for that as well. Yeah, I'm very much happy. Let us see now how a president will take 30-man delegation, give all of them per diem, take them to the best hotel, and then you come into America to beg for it. We have to start seeing reality. We are rich in Africa. Yesterday I was in the platform on my TikTok, and some Sierra Leoneans were like, Caseta Kitchen, come to Sierra Leone. I will buy your tickets to come to Sierra Leone. And I was looking at Sierra Leoneans, women, telling me they'll buy my ticket to come to Sierra Leone. I'm like, wow. No wonder, instead of us being the Athens of West Africa, now we are the footstool of West Africa, disseminated with drugs and backwardness. I was like, wow. You know why I was like, wow? In Ghana, the Ghanaians are begging their people to come home. In Ghana, the Ghanaians want their home to prosper. They want truth. But in Sierra Leone, we prefer death. You can afford to buy my ticket, but you never supported none of my projects. That is how wicked and evil Sierra Leoneans are. I took their names and I wrote their names. I wrote their names because I really want to talk about these people. When you check them, they have never done anything for anybody in Sierra Leone. These are the people who are the virus in our society. I was flabbergasted yesterday. Kasana Kitchen, if you go Sierra Leone, I will buy your ticket. I will give you 2,000 euro. That is how Sierra Leone has become. No wonder you've been used as tools that have no bearing. No wonder your children are all vagabonds running up and down the streets of Sierra Leone, being kushlies. Because you, the Sierra Leonean women, you are virus. You are lupus. You hate yourself. And yet you complain that I have children. I was flabbergasted yesterday. I could not sleep yesterday. I was troubled in my spirit. For a woman who will claim, I have children, I love my children. But she was ready to send somebody who is standing for their children to go and die because of their children. That is the reason why we're like we are now. And before this end of this year, you will suffer it most. Because all of you have been shuffled. Some of you, honestly, some of you are a disgrace to your wombs. Some of you are a disgrace to your womb. Some of you take pleasure in seeing other people's children suffering. All because you have the opportunity to be in another man's land. You forgot that those people who are suffering are your brothers, are your sisters, are your auntie, in which you could not give them $100 to eat, but you're ready to sacrifice for somebody to go to their grave. What type of a human being are you? What type of human beings are you people? And at the time you can come, Kasana Kichi, you not born. I'm not born, but I know what makes you picking the bankush. I'm not born, but I know what makes you picking the suffer. But you able for give money for making me go die because I dey talk for you picking. Whose kind mama you be? Some of you for the check on a womb. Because what you do, if we let cospa on and now they'll say, hey, but can you imagine? Somebody when they talk for you brother picking, you sister picking, when you're not able for help, you can't even laugh. I go knock chest, I go give you 2,000. But you're not able to save your sister and picking. Then you think to say the one when you born, it go better than you want. Now 2,000 then you go use them for bury you picking. Now 2,000 then you go use them for carry you picking go hospital. Now 2,000 then when you be the knock chest for who that is high. Salon woman them. Salon woman them. Una ought to be ashamed of una self. I'm telling you. Some of una sorryful. Some of una disgrace to una self. Honestly. Some of una Sierra Leoneans. That make them treat you so. One set of people don't monopolize the one whole country. Then they use you like a tool. I could not even stand up for a bread and butter. Una not able to even stand up to a bread and butter. I remember when they all have aunts. All because he talk for una picking them. Waiting today, then they suffer from mob justice. Sierra Leoneans were happy. It cost the queen of Sheba. Okay. They got to save Una within that country. I see somebody make video. Cause that kitchen they don't hold them. Let tell you, go watch them in YouTube. I already say, I don't tell you that say me that work of Gibraltar. Maybe some of you no. 5 years ago, Madam, you don't give me a permanent stay in America if you don't know. Madam, you don't call me terrorist. They don't. American government don't surveillance me for 2 years. So like I cause Madam, you and my mind pimba tomorrow. Then it like first of all, I'm a citizen. Even if I'm not a citizen, they cannot deport me to Sierra Leone. Even if I'm not a citizen, they could not. I can always tell them, say me, they can do evil that's good may come. Madam, you safe. Now call me terrorist. They put me under surveillance for 2 good years. I go London back don't leave go back at all citizen. And as I enter, and they call me to go police and say they come. Celebrity they come. So me when they can do evil, that good they come from me. And again, I'm an American citizen. I get 156 countries where I can go. Where try to go for a salon. Where una na the salon and able for talk. Una na the salon and they suffer. Una don't can't all slave now your country. What good do I have to go and talk about Sierra Leone? What's good? What's good they come out of Sierra Leone? What they can talk about? Drugs, kush, cocaine, drug baron. There's nothing good that come out of Sierra Leone. Nothing good. Only corruption, killing, murder. Nothing good. Now they come out of Sierra Leone. Now only cartels and barons. And they come out of Sierra Leone. Other than cartels and barons, there's nothing that come out of Sierra Leone. So he gave us a come go and make go there. I was like, wow. I said, you don't get my when I do charity for picking them. You not give me $1. Say, hey, feed picking them. When I do charity for sutra comradem and widows, you not pull $1. Say, hey, this woman, they do good. Let support them. But you ample $2,000 for sending me to a salon for let them go kill me. Can you imagine, this lady, it came me platform yesterday. Where over 8 years, where at the give and charity and the make Christmas party, one day not donate penny. So even this Christmas, one sutra, 100 widows, in not donate penny. But he able, he came, I will pay you $2,000 for letting you go salon. Can you imagine how wicked Sierra Leone and that? But that money where you want to pay for make I go Sierra Leone, I send a lady pay a doctor fee for you picking. That money where you want send me, that salon with, I send that to you. You go use that money there and pay doctor fee for you picking. You go use that money there and pay POP for you picking food. You go use that money there and pay POP for you picking Anna. Because some of una womb they wicked. You not able for feed people in a salon, but you ready for send me to me death. Let that death day reach now you home. Let that death day reach now you home. Let that death day follow you generation. How wicked are you? How devilish are you? You're not able for support, for feed children. You're not able for support, for sutra widows, but you want for, you not just for send me to me death. And return that death in your family. And return that death day. Now you bullshit. How wicked are you? And you were happy laughing. You be happy, you dey laugh. Chai. Some of you are dangerous to society. Some of you are dangerous to human being. The picking the way they feed in a salon are not sabi there. The kumra the widows the way again lapa not sabi there. I don't know them one day. I not fumble today. But out of me on the sacrifice for them. Now this year I not do Bo Kenema. I can do all over McKinney. This year, now not do all. And option I get things in the future where I be still buy for the what send for the party. Because I not do the way I can do. I don't sabi nobody in a Bo. I don't sabi nobody in a Kenema. I don't sabi nobody in a McKinney. But I mean do all this side the day. And they make people in the grab in the morning. Christmas morning, go shape money, give people the way they go work at the street. You know, one day support me for all that one day, but you want support me for you the knock chest. You want support me to me death. Hi. You give back. You know, yesterday, as you know, after that program, I go sit down back and sit down and say, shit. Now, this real Saloma got whether Englishman called white teeth and black cats. You they cannot be platform every day. Mama Kazana, Mama Kazana, but you want to make her die. You want to make them murder me. You want to make them kill me. I send that death back now your family line. I send that death back now your family line. Honestly, I send them back now your family line. I pray that $2,000 the way you want pay for me, then you go pay an hospital for you picking. Not only you pick yourself. I want to make that $2,000. They let you spend them now your family line. And you want spend them for send me to the grave. You go spend them for send your family to the grave. Some of you are wicked. that they faint time for tell you how evil they are. Yes. So you hate me so much that you ready for spend money for me dead to take me to be dead. You think about her so much. You plan her so much. Huh. What have I done to you? That you think to say you can spend money for send me to my grave, but you never for spend money for elevate me. That is the attitude of Sierra Leoneans. You know, when they support none of the projects, nothing. You know, when they support, but you ready for support me for go to be dead. I get a reason we make a very far from the camera. They cannot read comments. I know I read nothing. I don't read nothing. The camera they far from me. I don't read nothing. I want to talk with it in my heart. Yeah. That is how evil we are. White teeth and black hearts. You don't even know me from nowhere, but you dey pray for me demise. You know how many people they not get food for eat right now because our hunting na jail? You know how many people? You know how many things don't go wrong for people in a salon because our hunting na jail? Now for some of una, make I say this 2025, be penny nego salon because of some of una. Because you get $2,000 for send me to me death grave, but you don't get $2,000 for say last support Casada kitchen. But every blessed day you did on my platform, you did on my YouTube, you did when you stress, you did come for kind distress. But still you want me dead. How evil are you? I send them back to you, Bonjour. I send them back to your family. And I send them back inside your household. Whatsoever you desire for me, I send them back to you in sevenfold. And I they call the heavens above. This earth and the underneath the earth, let's send them back to you in sevenfold. How you wish for me, then that same wish, they go back to your family. Let the heaven be confused. Let the earth rumble and let the water under the earth tremble. For let go back to your family. For let go back to your bonshore. For let go back into your ancestral Kushumlai. How you wish for me? How you plan for me? And how you desire for me? I return them back in sevenfold to your entire generation, yet unborn. How evil are you? How evil are you? You hate me so much that you want to go pay money for killing me. Kai. Anyway, let's go get some coffee and I listen to some music. People are so evil that sometimes you get for ask questions. touch me under, that day I let go. Hold me under, that day I let go. Touch me under, that day I let go. Once a man they die, someone look pussy. Give them two party, sugar mercy. Hold me, I hold you, no more jealousy, yeah. Come give me your body, make me the toast of. Don't make like for me, yeah. You are beautiful, yeah. I get money for spend, I get money for to live. Anytime you pass, that's so me I get for live. I get money for spend, I get money for to live. Anytime you pass, that's so me I get for live. Hold me under, oh. Touch me under, Ay. Hold me under, that day I let go. Touch me under, that day I let go. Fully foot make a put people. See all my one put in good. Yeah, with the bump and the grind. I will tell you, man, them they will link up and bind. I say my half pass, man, no they see all the half cast. The mommy can see that kitchen, you know they take by pass. Best content creator, influential, hypertech great lady, mommy so special. The mommy control now the whole estate. After you, now you don't want to United States. The mommy get the quality to give it back to humanity. The mommy can say that the mother make them the wonder. You know the blood that they wonder. You they up the most surrender. Anywhere that go hard, go further. Now you know the better. Countdown to the birthday. 2 more days, the 5th of February. Fire baby, make you dance for me. Waka baby, make you shake for me. That's in the kitchen and they can we go. That's in the kitchen and they can we go. Touch me under, I can't kitchen and they can we go. Anyway, for those of you on TikTok, 10 o'clock today, 10 o'clock, it's 3 more hours to now. We're going to be 3 o'clock Sierra Leone time. I get 2 very important ladies in my platform, Fatima Tabundu and Isa 2, both of them from London, where then they can teach me how you they make money na TikTok. They get so many ways them way they make money. Women no sabi. That no lie. I no sabi. I sign up for them, but I don't know how to do them. So again, for una we can take time for the course and the play and not the play. Do ya? Una will come na TikTok 10 o'clock. Miss Bundu and Miss Isa 2. They can teach me. And anybody will know how they do small thing for make money, because now that's me on TikTok and YouTube, me TikTok therefore. By the way, thank you to my Facebook fans. Thank you guys. Thank you. And they tell you, don't give to me, mama. When you want pay for it, I go die. I'm for 10 years. I'm for 10 years. I no Monday. I say I want my washer and dryer. You know, say I take Casana kitchen. That $2,000. The last time for you buy washer and dryer. Is there one cent I'm like I go salon, then I go kill me. Now for 10 years people they need. Follow me on Facebook. I'm going to continue on Facebook. Okay. So again, for those of you who didn't have me TikTok, today. I get some 2 beautiful ladies when they come on my platform for can talk about how you make money on TikTok. That is on digital marketing and branding or something like that. I do not know. And like I say, I get so many of them things the way where they book but I not sabi. But again, one of the things the way the lady did been trying for explain to me is that I know so many of we they buy things from TikTok shop. And if you buy them through TikTok shop, let you buy them through Sierra Leonean, because that $3, that $2, that $5 commission where they get, they help them. I do not know how it works. But by 10 o'clock today, which is 3 hours from now, me 2 ladies then go come on my platform and we go come talk about how it work. Okay, I mean, for those of you who hear 100 of you, una just double tap for me like I get to 5,000, then I can go and go get ready for comeback. That is number one. Number two, una no say sort me battery. I want one washer and dry, just cost $2,000. Enough for but una always say me na my bestie. Una go and buy tickets for you for send me go Odon. So there una can take that $2,000 then buy me one washer and dryer. Like go dey wash and dry before I dey go the Odon. I love una so much. But again, TikTok, you see I not call nobody up today. I just want to talk with you, I want to talk and go. But again, 1 o'clock 3 hours from now, my ladies then go there I settle and Fatmata, we go can teach we how we dey make money. And again, I think since one other guy back me did it other day. But again, I want to tell you I say them go day. And again, I say next tomorrow is my birthday. I expect all the gifts, all the gifts, all the gifts. Yes, I want all the gifts. Now, no can say me na best una get that money there for go kill me na salon. Una give me a lot of enjoy first na ya. And again, for those of you in the great United States, una know about that TikTok me money o, una cash up me do a big or Zella me because na go better. That TikTok they take beaucoup. Not a play o, they take beaucoup. So I love una all and you have a good day. But una no TikTok, una not forget to when they come back, yeah. When they come back in 3 hours, we with two ladies and they come for can teach you how we go make money like this TikTok. Those of us we don't cost no more.